Hi, and welcome to The Curling Show, the podcast that brings you interviews with the sport's top athletes and the people who shape the game. I'm Dean Gemmel, and in this edition, we racked up our biggest long-distance bill yet and talked to Hiro Saito of the WCF during the Women's World Curling Championships in Japan. From the World Curling Federation and directly from the Women's World Curling Championships in Japan, konnichiwa, Saito-san, and welcome to The Curling Show.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hey Hiro, I know you're someone who's been influential in curling in Japan. I'm always interested to find out how people who don't live in, say, a city like Winnipeg get into curling. So how did you find out about this sport and get involved?
Yeah, I started curling in New York City, St. Andrews.
Oh, St. Andrews, right? Sure.
Yeah, curling club.
Well, I'm in New Jersey, you see, so I know
see.
that area a little bit. I imagine you know Kei Sugihara?
Yes.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Very well.
Well, first of all, congratulations on having, the first ever adult world championship in Asia. I want to ask you about the attendance so far. I hear it's been high when the Japanese women are playing.
Yeah. I thought that they were prepared and they started well with 2 wins on the first day, and today is the second day, and we lost 2. We are 2 against 2.
Well, they're still in the hunt, I guess, though.
Right. So, but I hope they will forget about what they have done. They have lost and get started anew tomorrow. Because for us to keep this popularity of curling going in Japan, the girls must do well. They must be strong. They are very cute girls, but that's not enough to be popular.
So cuteness will only take them so far in Japan.
That's right.
Looking online and in other outlets, it seems as though they really have captured the media's attention. Have they become as big in Japan as it seems? Yeah,
I think so. In fact, this is the TV exposure of. This is the largest ever TV exposure for WCC, World Curling Championships, in its history, since its inception. Except for, of course, Olympics.
Right.
We have NHK carrying a program every day, nationwide, and the local NHK stations, broadcasting live just about every draw.
You have a live broadcast just about every draw.
Right.
That's great.
In the neighborhood, in this area.
Right.
But the nationwide, tape program for 100 minutes in the evening hours.
So that's nationally a 100-minute program.
That's right.
Oh, that's good. How do you choose though how's the Japanese women's team selected? Is there a play down or does Japan select?
Yeah, they are the Japan champion.
Okay, so you do have a play down.
Last year, this year, yeah. But in fact, we had the rule up until recently that the champion the year before would be representing Japan for the world.
Okay.
In fact, since that time, the same team, the team lost 2. The skip and the third.
Right.
So that we had a play down between between the new team, semi-new team and the second last year.
Okay.
And this semi-new team won, and that's the reason why they're playing now here at Aomori.
So about how many curlers do you have in Japan these days?
About 5,000.
5,000? How much growth has it been since 10 years ago?
10 years ago, about 1,500. Yeah, in fact, we have only 9, curling rinks.
9 curling clubs. And where are they in the country? Are they scattered around?
The majority of them are in Hokkaido.
Okay. And if you think looking forward, you talk about you only have 9 curling clubs. Is that the biggest obstacle to growth for the game? The lack of facilities?
That's right. Yeah, exactly. And with this popularity, there are several couple of cities which are looking at building a large curling facility.
So you might have a few more.
Yeah, one in Sapporo, Hokkaido, which has more than 1 million population, and another in Karizawa with 6 lanes, 50 sheets of ice, open for 12 months of the year. And we'll be deciding on that subject to availability of funding April, May this year.
It seems as though Japan has sort of caught the curling bug a bit. Even if you only have 5,000 curlers, that's one thing, but it seems as if the country is interested in the sport. What do you think the people in Japan like about the game? Photo
curling is just right for TV broadcasting.
It is for sure.
The close up of the of the stores and
15-minute segments.
Tell, right, further, the serious, concentration is expressed on their faces. And another factor is how interesting, bottle culling is.
Right.
They are starting to understand, what we're talking about.
You mentioned the fact that two of the women from the Olympic team aren't. It's a semi-new team. What happened to the two, the skip and the third?
Commentators.
Oh, they're commentators now?
Curling commentators.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. So they decided already to cash in their curling fame for commentary.
Yeah, and with the option to come back to curl. Maybe sooner or later, I don't know when, but they still think of they cannot. They're very young, but 28, 29 years old. They got married, but they're still, missing the fun they had when they were curling. So they may be coming back.
Does the Japanese team feel extra more pressure, say, than other teams with the event there and wanting to do well to grow the game there?
Yeah, for us to build up the sport here, on a permanent basis, we must have more curling rinks. And commercial interest is not basically considering putting up the facility because the profitability is still low.
Yeah, somebody has to figure out how to make money from a curling club anywhere.
I don't know exact figure.
Pretty tough. I don't think anybody's cracked it.
Yeah, so that's the reason why we are asking local government to get interested and put their money in the curling rink.
And I would guess that real estate is a challenge in Japan as well, right?
Yeah, in the local cities.
Right.
But, local cities doesn't have, schools or enough jobs for the curlers. The reason why, Aomori is the largest city which has the curling rink.
And it's about 320,000 people, isn't it? It's not huge either.
About 300,000. They are located in a small town.
Hey, I understand that your group is running a first-class event this week. Have you felt extra pressure to really make sure everything goes well? I mean, the ice sounds like it's great. You've got Hans doing the ice. Everything sounds like it's going well, say perhaps better than Scotland a few years ago when they had all those problems with the ice and no time clocks. Did you really put on an extra effort to make sure everything was perfect?
Yeah, we paid special attention for the athletes as well as the WCF rep traveling so far out to Aomori. I didn't want to disappoint them.
Well, it sounds like you're making a great effort.
That's right.
Hiro, we end with something I call the run back, where I give you a topic and you give me your thoughts on it in 1 to 3 words, and I'm pretty loose with whether it's 1 to 3 words or not.
Okay.
Most entertaining team to watch this week?
I would say Swedish team.
Yeah, they play a complete game. Hey, why North Americans should travel to a spiel in Japan? In other words, the best thing about curling in Japan.
Well, in this part of the world, where the culture is totally different from the Western world, the same curling game can be played.
So we can come and eat great food and enjoy the culture and still enjoy the curling as we know it.
Right.
All right. Well, maybe I'll book a trip. Mixed doubles. Can you tell me anything about mixed doubles?
Yes. We'll be having here at Aomori, on the Friday, a demo. We already had a demo somewhere else, but, we are definitely having a national championship in time for the world.
So what are the rules going to be like? Because I know in the Continental Cup they have designated sweepers. I can't imagine that we're going to have 2 curlers and 2 designated sweepers, or is that the rule that they're looking at?
No, that is not the case.
So how will it work?
The two man and woman, just 2.
Right.
And they may sweep.
They could sweep their own stones?
Right.
Okay, so they could get up and chase them, or they could not have someone at the other end.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
but it'll only be 2 people. There won't be designated sweepers.
No alternates.
Okay. So you guys are having a championship next year or this year?
Next year, early next year.
All right. So other countries, if they want to be in the world championship, are going to have to do the same, right?
I presume so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for clearing that up. I think a lot of people were wondering about that. So, Hiro, I enjoyed it. Appreciate your time. Good luck the rest of the way with the event, and good luck to the team I know that you're cheering for, Team Japan.
Thank you very much indeed.
That's Hiro Saito on The Curling Show. Thanks for listening. Here's the band that's set to be the next big thing in Japan, Black Pudding.
Salt blast screaming, Jim beaming, no 2 grains of sand are alive. Sow the seed, reap the speed, angel's wing on a Chinese kite.